What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kieran and I am here to do a tarot reading. Today is going to be a little bit different because I'm actually starting to veer away from twin flame readings. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing them altogether. It just means that I'm going to start doing different kinds of tarot readings. For instance, like collective readings, things about people going through their awakening process in general, like we're all tuned into that energy, a little bit more expansive rather than just twin flame stuff. Today I'm going to be doing a coronavirus type of reading, and then maybe in the future we'll do like a sex reading, like a reading for like dear spirit, what position should you try out next? That seems like a good idea, right? Anyway, for today, what I am going to do, in all seriousness, is I'm going to do a sort of COVID-19 reading. Now, I'm going to go through 3 questions, so it should be a fairly short reading. So ideally here, the goal is to give everybody an insight to what's going on right now in the world. So basically looking at what the lessons, what's the spiritual meaning behind COVID-19, why it's here on Earth, right? Why this is happening. The second thing I'm going to go through is what we should be doing as a collective, what people should be doing during this time. And then the third thing that I'm going to take a look at is an outcome, and we're going to get as close to a time frame as we possibly can. I'll look at the nearest future, okay? So anyway, other than that stuff, let's just get right in, and we'll start, okay? So I'm going to again start with the question, what is the spiritual reason behind the coronavirus? I'm going to get 4 or 5 cards. So dear angels and spirits and all of you other ethereal beings of light, please give me 4 or 5 cards to help everyone out. So what is the spiritual meaning behind the coronavirus? What is the lessons trying to be taught to the human collective at this time? Okay. So we'll take a look. Maybe this will interest you guys. Maybe it won't. Maybe you hate me. I don't know. But ultimately, the goal here, I hope, is to help you guys out, okay, during this weird time. Okay, so the first card that we have is 6 of Wands. Okay, so primarily the 6 of Wands here is it's about reaching a goal or an objective. Okay, it is about a successful project coming to fruition. Okay, so coronavirus, right off the bat, guys. This is all about, in the first position, about reaching a goal, a succession. Okay, there's an objective here that coronavirus is trying to teach the world. Okay, and it makes a lot of sense. There's a goal here, and it's quite clearly, obviously coming true, right? So getting more details about that is probably going to be a little bit more helpful, right? But this idea that 6 of Wands about reaching a goal, but with the coronavirus, what is the goal trying to be reached, right? Clearly, there's an element here of trying to teach someone a lesson. So if you're trying to teach somebody a lesson, if you're trying to teach humanity a lesson, well, then you have this goal, you have this objective being reached. Because right, you can even think about it like this, because the next card that I got is the Star card, which actually makes a lot of sense. But I'll talk about that in just a minute. 6 of Wands, okay? 6 of Wands is, you can see these crows here in the image, right? These sort of 4 or 5, and they're all sort of looking up to this pedestal, right? Now, humanity has been put on a pedestal. We as humans put ourselves on a pedestal. We put others onto a pedestal. Our world leaders, right? All of the type of power we as individuals give away to those who are in charge of us. And it's really about waking up. It's about having a successful resolution within your own life. And humanity needs to wake up to the fact that the people that you've put in charge are essentially morons. Okay? This is not a political thing. It's about honesty, and it's about nobleness, and it's about truth. And it's about looking at society in a way where we view others, okay? How we put others on pedestals, and how we as a society sort of seem to look up to others to influence us rather than influence ourselves. Kind of that idea of like, be the change you want to see in the world. Something that I learned quite the hard way, of wanting to change the world being impossible to do unless you change your own actions and really how you feel about yourself. Okay, so there is this sort of spiritual lesson going on here to teach humanity something, this goal, this objective, this lesson, right? So this is happening out very much with a goal in mind. This is a goal-oriented virus, right? spiritual meaning behind it, right? I'm not talking about the 3D meaning behind it, whether or not it's a conspiracy or the leading theory, which is that, cross contamination, unhealthy, right, stuff. And that's where we get into the star card, okay? Because now we're talking about healing. So the earth is healing, okay? There's so many stories about this, guys, about things that have never been spotted in 30 years, like animals. I don't mean just like monsters. I mean like animals showing up in like India, for example, like something that was thought to be extinct. I don't remember what the animal it was. Maybe a type of cat, a tiger, a bear, a four-legged human. I have no idea. But the idea is that it was something that hadn't been seen. Everybody thought it was extinct, and it just showed up wandering the streets. Other types of, I think I saw something yesterday about like fish or something being able to like return to waters that they were never able to because of the something to do with the amount of fish that were being killed and shit like that. But it's this idea about like all over the world, like the earth needs healing, right? Like even in just Wuhan itself, where this virus tend to originate, where it was said to originate, it had terrible conditions, the pollution, animals, stuff like that, the way that we treat animals, things like that. And of course, I'm not making an argument for veganism or anything like that, but certainly the way that we treat animals and how we process them and even how we kill them is terrible. The conditions that they're kept in, it's just like it's just a disgusting kind of environment. And it's about healing. The earth needs to heal. People pulling away, going inside to give the earth a goddamn break. Because remember, without the earth, we'd all be dead. But without us, the earth would be fine. It would be healing. And of course, the star card here is an indication that that as humans we need to heal as well, because this is our planet and we need to start treating it as such. But humans are still very like teenagers. The human collective acts like teenagers. We all think the world revolves around us. We're all very egotistic, and it's all about me, 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 and we're always right. But we're not seeing the larger picture. We're not seeing the objective truth here with the Six of Wands, right? This is trying to teach us something. It's trying to have us reach a specific goal as a collective, as a humanity, and we need to heal first. So also, when we're inside, it's about healing. It's about finding out what it is that you need to do. Okay, moving on from that. Okay, I dropped a card. I'm gonna have to get it. This is the worst part of my life, guys. Oh my god. Bending down is by far the worst thing you can do. Okay? Absolutely worst. Okay, so the Sun card. Okay? So this is about feeling childish, kind of innocent. Not childish in a negative sense, but free. Free like a child. It's about being happy, feeling happy, energetic, okay, joyful. So, as a lesson here, again, having it after the star card, indication that, not only will the sun shine and everything will be fine, but it's supposed to teach everyone, like, why it's important to take care of yourself. Okay, why it's important to let things heal, why it's important to be grounded, to be happy, to focus on what makes you happy, to spread love and not hate and fear. Okay, this is very much to me like this lesson in fear and the way that we react to things. Okay, because the sun shines light upon everything. So as a lesson, it's like the coronavirus is like here to even in a way show each other the strength that we can have, because not everyone is acting narcissistic and fearful. There's a lot of examples of people banding together, right? And to expand upon that, people do tend to band together during very, very difficult times. Also, people tend to act incredibly narcissistic and fearful. The only difference is with this, with the Sun card here, and with the Six of Wands, the goal is to expand upon that, not just accept the fact that some people acted nicely and some people acted fearfully. It's important to learn something. Okay, there's the Sun, so it's an element of yes, happiness, yes, joy. And because it's a very good card to get, and it definitely is saying that this is going to have a healthy, sunny resolution. This is not going to destroy the fate of humanity, right? But that as a lesson, it's here to bring in a new wave of something. There's a new dawn, a new order that needs to happen, and the Sun card is bringing it in. This crow bringing in this ribbon on a white horse, clearing the path for something new and brand new to come in, okay? And if we do not learn this lesson, it might not be as great as you think. Yeah, look, the World card. Literally, we're talking about the world here, right? world. Okay, so this is an end of a major cycle of humanity. This is something destined to happen. This is the closure of something. A long-awaited cycle is beginning, or I should say ending, so that a new one can begin with this Sun card. Okay, we have three major arcanas. So the world, again, this is a destiny. This is meant to change humanity's course. This is meant to readjust. It's meant to show people whoever's in charge, probably not doing that great of a job. It's meant to show the narcissism and fear spreading throughout humanity. And it's meant to close out cycles within your own life as an individual, but also as a collective. A lot of you guys might be still dealing with emotional stuff from the past or remembering things, and right now you don't really have that much of a choice but to go within and use this as an opportunity to find some of those things out. Why you're doing X, Y, and Z, why X, Y, and Z bothers you so much, why this person's still on your mind, twin flame, soulmate, love, career, money, whatever is your problem. This is an opportunity to close out cycles along with the fate of the world, because again, it's heading in a new direction. Okay, so getting one more card for what the lesson here is for coronavirus, for humans, for this earth. Okay, and we do have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, new beginning. Okay, there's a new opportunity coming. There's a new opportunity for many of you coming if you stay grounded with this earth energy, but this is an opportunity, an offer coming away from the clouds, right? So again, it's coming forward. So yeah, the clouds might be covering all this up right now in the 2nd of April, whatever goddamn date it is, but there will be, when this is over, a new opportunity. Okay? There is going to be new opportunities. The world needs to head in a new direction. That's why you have the Ace of Pentacles. The way the world is right now, guys, not good. It's not good. We're just a bunch of teenagers refusing to grow up. But it's long been time that we do. And that's why, your own life is so hectic and filled with so much pressure, because you're being called to change. And while it doesn't seem like you can change the world, and certainly you can't change the whole world by yourself, but if everybody takes the time to change themselves, then the world becomes a true influence. And then you can change a part of the world, whether it's an industry, a town, a place, a government, politics, medicine, technology. You have the ability to change that, change people's minds, change people's hearts, change people's sense of perspective, whatever it is that you guys are called to do. That's why you're being pressured to do it at this time, because it's time. It's time for that new opportunity to come in. Okay, so moving on from that, we are going to now take a look at what you guys should be doing during this time. Okay, I'm going to get, I think, 2 or 3 cards, but not from this deck. From this deck. Okay, this is nature deck. It's like an oracle deck. Okay, it's got trees and plants and other kinds of weird shit on it. Okay, not weed though. They didn't include the marijuana plant, but maybe in the next edition they can throw that in there. So anyway, let's take a look at what is you guys should be doing during this time, during this pandemic. So dear spirit guides, what should people in the collective be doing? What should people be focusing on during this pandemic, during this time of sort of chaos and weirdness of the planet? Please give me 3 cards. Okay, so we do have the Willow card. The veils are parting. Okay, now what a veil means, just in case you're not familiar and you didn't go to high school, a veil is, in this sense, really the thinning between our world, the 3D, what you can touch, the porn that you watch, and the 5D, okay, the spirit realms, the things that you can't see, but the things you understand and know inherently. Basically everything that we really talk about on a channel like such as mine, okay? And I'll take a look at that and read that. So what else do we got going on here? Okay, yeah, we have the river and stream flowing and evolving. Okay. And thirdly, third card, what is it that people should be doing? Yeah, I was talking about healing before, right? Well, look at this card. It's about heal the past. Birch, right? And that's pretty important for me, I think, as well. I've been having dreams about a lot of people from my past, almost as if it's asking me to heal something about that, okay? So, I'm going to start with Willow. We'll just start in the order that it came out. And I'm going to find it. Here we go. So I'm just going to read it to you, so stick around. That'll be great. So, Wonderful opportunities are at hand to explore new realms and open to great teachings. You have probably gotten away from your vision in life, but it is returning. Things which have been hidden or become obscured will become clear once more. Dream world veils are opening, stimulating lucid dream activities and conscious out of body experiences. Spirit is making itself more known, and you will begin to see that which was hidden. Be flexible and open to new teachings, regardless from where they come from. Okay, so the idea here, guys, so what is it saying is what you need to focus on. You need to realize that the veils are parting. You need to believe again. You need to connect. You need to focus, and you need to get in touch with that energy, because it's true, guys. I mean, the amount of like spiritual experiences I am having just on a daily basis is crazy, and yet somehow I felt naturally called to it. I didn't like read like or watch a video or anything that told me to do it. It was just like naturally feeling it, right? Whether or not it was like calling out to guides and angels and spirits, and then feeling them, hearing them. A song would come on about the answer to my question. Again, having lucid dreams, things like that. There is the veils are parting right now, so this is a time to connect to that. Can watch your dreams, pay attention to your dreams, write them down, but also, learn the name of your spirit guides if you don't know. Do a spirit guided meditation. Find out more about yourself, because you are, again, next to this next card here, flowing and evolving. That is really what's going on with you. So it would be very good right now if you guys pay attention to those kinds of energies, because right now is a very, very good time to tap into that, okay? So we're going to go now to river and stream, which is somewhere in this little book. All right, here we go, okay? So, rivers and streams follow the path of least resistance. They adjust to the environment. Let the river of life take you where it will. Do not resist. You will end up where you need to be, where it is the most beneficial. Even if you cannot see what is coming around the next bend, trust in the flow of life. Waterways reflect time and evolution. The past and the future are coming together. All that you have dreamed of and imagined is flowing into your life, bringing awareness of new realms and expansion of consciousness. Okay, guys, so quite simply, what that is talking about is the fact that you, yourself, is flowing and evolving. So don't resist. The flow of life has been dictated to you during this time. You are pretty much relegated to spending most of your time indoors, if not all of it, depending on where you live. So, what can you do? Yeah, you can connect just like the veils are parting, but also you can adapt, and you can understand where it is that you need to go in your life after this is over. If you let fear and anxiety take hold of you, you will stay in the same position when all of this is over. Again, there is a new beginning coming for a lot of people, not only Earth itself. Yes, this applies to the Earth Collective, but this is people, individuals. Don't let fear take hold of you. Go within, learn about yourself, take some time, heal the past, and that's what we're getting into here, okay? So open up your mind, let the new things come into you, okay? Evolve and flow. That's what's happening. So don't be afraid to change, and in fact, the more afraid that you are, the closer that you are, okay? So, reading this last one, Heal the Past. So, birch is the lady of the woods, a sacred tree in many traditions because of its ability to open doorways into new realms. These new realms open most easily when the past restrictions have been healed. So, new dimensions are opening for you, and as they do, greater balance in your actions and thoughts become more necessary and important. True new beginnings require a cleansing of the past, and there are manifesting opportunities to clear out old ideas and to heal issues of the past, which will prevent your stepping into new realms. Face them, heal them, then step through. Yeah, guys, very, 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 very much so, okay? I've been having crazy dreams, again, about people from my past. I know that I need to reach out. I know that I need to heal things. I know, because they're holding me back. And the reason that they're holding me back isn't because I'm consciously even trying to hold on to them. It's that they pop up into my mind. I don't feel that good. There's some guilt. There's some resentment. There's anger. Even if I'm in the right, there's still some pain. There's still some issues, right? That idea, those things, whether or not it's your twin flame, as many of you might be watching my channel, maybe twin flames themselves, or whether or not you're just somebody in a spiritual journey. The idea here, guys, is that regardless of what relationship you hold on to, what person, what anger, what family member, what event, what you've done, what they've done, what you might do, it's time to heal. It's time to heal insecurities. It's time to heal fears. It's time to move forward, because they are going to stop you. Right? If you do not heal these things, then it's going to be incredibly hard. And healing sounds insane, right? Sometimes. because it's almost paradoxical. How do you heal? I'll tell you guys right now how you heal. Meditate, be still. There isn't really anything that you particularly need to do to heal. You just need to let yourself feel it. If you have the time, which many of you do, go onto your bed, put on some nice music, and just kind of let go. Put your hand over your heart and say, I think I've had enough. Let me feel this. Next time you feel something, feel it. Feel it all the way through until you get to the center point, and then pass through it. And then come out the other side a completely changed and better individual. Because healing the past is important, because it's like, again, if you feel like your own life, you take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, it's because there is something holding you back from just going those 3 steps. Okay, and I'm speaking from experience. So hopefully those cards are able to help you guys out. Hopefully. So thirdly, let's get an outcome for this coronavirus. Okay, so dear spirit guides, please, in the nearest future, tell me an outcome. When will the coronavirus end? If possible, nearest future, what is the outcome for this virus? Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna get 3 or 4 cards, maybe. Okay, so this makes sense. So we do have the Moon card here. The Moon card right away is saying that obviously nearest future, right now we're in a time period where things are uncertain. There is some fear, there is some scary features. This crow here, lit up by the moonlight, seeming much larger than it is. So number one, this, not to say that this isn't dangerous or it isn't killing people, certainly, but as I have suspected myself, this is been blown out of proportion. The fear, or what you're fearing about this virus, I should say, is not as serious as it seems. You need to trust your intuition. So as an outcome, it's saying things are murky, things are cloudy. Yes, it's nighttime, but it's also darkest before the dawn. And so you need to trust your moon, you trust your intuition. The moon is all about intuition, secrets, things like that. So regardless of conspiracy theories and all stuff like that, regardless of how easy it could be to believe a lot of them, Moon card is all about trusting yourself, trusting your inner knowing. And my inner knowing intuitively tells me that this will be over sooner than later. A lot of people are saying, like September, November, stuff like that. That does not seem true at all. But, who knows really, but the Moon card is saying trust your intuition, okay? So, moving past that, let's see what card we can get that. Yeah, we do have the Fool card, okay? So, new beginnings coming very, very soon. Weather looking very warm, sun, summery, okay? This is, you got the flowers. So as a new beginning, new adventures, a cleanse, right? Time to have less, to move forward more. Earth's moving forward in that direction. You as an individual, the collective itself. People are moving forward. So the Fool energy is saying very, very soon. It's the start of the deck. So this Moon card is really where we're at now. A lot of people acting out of fear because it's dark, they can't see. Just like, at nighttime you are afraid because you're afraid of the unknown. But if you have the courage to trust yourself and move forward, you'll head towards that Fool energy. And that's what the spirits, guides and stuff, higher self's really telling me right now. So this looks kind of very springy, okay? The Fool card reminds me of April, May, June, but it's very summery, okay? Very springy. So when the weather warms up is really the thing that pops into my head the most. And that usually does it around the end of April, middle of April, towards May, right? Then you have the 3 of Wands, okay? So this could be indicating anywhere from 3 weeks to it being stabilized to, of course, 3 months, right? Or it could have nothing to do with that. But the 3 of Wands is all about action and adventure. So this is about waiting for things. Again, look, both crows here. Both crows waiting to jump off in a new direction, waiting to take off. This crow, of course, waiting for things to get better, waiting for the ships to come in, waiting for the journey to take place. Action and adventure, it's so very, very close. Okay, the Fool is at the start of something, and he's just about to leap forward, and this crow is waiting for things to come in, right? Almost as if like the wife waiting for the sailor to come home, right? From the strip club, or the sea. The sea makes more sense. But anyway, it's about that waiting, but it is about being very close. Okay, new adventure, new beginning, and the 3 of Wands is saying, hey, things are going to work out. Make time for what you can right now, because soon the pace of society is going to pick up. And then we'll see Yeah, we have Nine of Wands. Okay, Nine of Wands here makes sense. It's about persevering. Okay, so it is again about the difficulties not quite over. Again, pretty much what I've been saying, and it is about defending yourself. And of course, you can even see this crow sort of locking itself in. But it is just perseverance. Okay, the Nine of Wands is always like, hey, you got the energy for one last try. You've been awarded one last attempt, one last effort. Okay, so basically now is the time. Okay, to gather your strength and prepare, and that you need to persevere. And then we have the Knight of Cups, and this is that emotional offer. This is the well-being. This is the things, the offer from the universe essentially coming in here to heal. Okay, and the Knight of Cups, again, ocean, very, very blue, kind of summery, kind of late springy. So again, guys, as a timeline, it's looking like very much spring, summer, that kind of thing, late April, May, where things stabilize. But ultimately, the outcome is looking very positive. You only have the Moon card to talk about what's being experienced now, but the Fool energy is talking about new beginnings, and it is talking about waiting for things to come in. It is about holding your ground, persevering, because sooner than later, guys, the Knight of Cups has arrived. Slower moving energy. That's why it's taking a slow time to get fixed and why this is taking, but in about a month, maybe 2 months, 3 at the most, things are going to stabilize, things are going to get better. It'll be okay. And that's the outcome, guys. Whether or not you guys believe it, I know it to be true. I know the intuition, I know my soul, I know what's going on, and this is what the spirit guides and angels are saying. So hopefully the information resonates. Hopefully you guys have gotten something out of it. And hopefully I'm going to be doing more things like this, not coronavirus related obviously, but more stuff about like the collective, what's going on within the collective energies. Then I'll still do the twin flame stuff obviously, but other than that, it'll be very much varied and different because I feel called to do that now. So hopefully you have to let me know if this resonated with you guys, if you liked it. And then of course, as always, any links to my site, website, whatever, is in the description box, 20% off at this time because coronavirus sucks. Major dicks. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you soon, sooner than later, unless I get coronavirus and die. Okay, good.